And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. We've got Diamond Dynasty Baseball tonight. It's the Red Sox taking on the veterans. And now it's going to be Ian Kinsler.
Pitch hitting, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
And that's ball one.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, that's fouled off. And that misses. 2-1. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Here's Rafael Devers.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
And there's a ball. And that drops in for a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots that are so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Just misses. And that's ball 3.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That's a walk. Went with the cutter again, but couldn't find his zone. One gone, runner at first. Digging in, Joe Adell.
Ball.
Pitches in the dirt, and it's 1-0.
Ball 1, no strikes. 2-0.
In the dirt, runner stays where he is, but the count moves to 2-0. 2-0.
Ball, that's just out.
Devers at first, one gone. That one finds the zone, and it's 3-1. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
2 walks in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out free bases at this rate.
Swings through that one.
You know, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times.
Ball, that's inside.
So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
Drops into the glove, and there's 2 down. So up next, Richie Sexson.
Keep an eye on this at bat because even though it's early, it could change the outcome of this game. Look for your pitch and attack it.
That's in there. 0-1. Just missed. Two aboard, 2 outs.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Carlos Beltran. And he's the home run leader on this team, Singy. On the ground to the left. And it goes just foul. This one could be trouble.
He was all over that one. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared.
Runner on the move. On the ground to Jazz. One gone, bottom half of the first. And now, Chipper Jones. Here's a guy who is one of the best in the business. You're talking about looking for a hit somewhere, and this is a guy you go to. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. In there. He's safe.
Well done. Drives in the run. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
One out and a runner at second. Hauls it in, 2 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
There's a swing and a drive. Carter makes the play, and that is that. New inning getting started. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. Maddox back to work. Cracks his bat and pops him up. One up, one down. Here's Nolan Arenado. Just missed. That pitch gets the inside corner, and the count 1-1. And that's down and away.
Strike.
Fouls one off, 2-2. Swings and misses, 2 away. So 2 down now, and here is Evan Carter. There's the strike. 2 outs, base is empty.
0-1's the count.
And a big swing and a miss.
This guy's
No balls, 2
pounding the
strikes.
zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
And that's
Inside,
off
ball 1.
the inside edge. And that's ball 1. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Bottom of the second. And now it's Juan Soto. In the air, left field, down the line. Fair ball.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but
0-1.
somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty
Ball.
amazing.
Next offering
I got
is
1
down
ball,
low.
1 strike.
And a foul ball. And that
That's ball
skips
2.
in the dirt.
Well, with the
2-2
amount of
the count.
pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
And puts the squeeze on that one. 1 away. And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana.
Santana.
And that one fouled off. Soto over at first with 1 away. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Cold night
0-2 is the
tonight,
count.
Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. And that is the inning. Back here at Coors Field, on to the 3rd inning, and now it's Salvador Perez to the plate. On a line, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. So the batting order turns over. Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Just
Inside, ball 1.
missed. On the ground, a second, might be 2. There's 1. Throw to first,
No,
but he
he's
beat
safe.
it. And it's Rafael Devers in the box. He reached out a walk his first time. Devers in his 8th season, 28 years old. And he was born in the Dominican Republic. And that is out of play. Inside. Ball 2. Just off the inside edge. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone.
Rolling. Good feed. That's one. Over to first. Safe. Here's Juan Soto. Flied to right his first time. Ball 1 on a pitch inside.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run.
2 strikes.
And that one's a little bit low. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Count is 3-2.
In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. 2 on, 2 outs. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Now that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Sexton, the next to hit, takes low for a ball. Next pitch is outside, and the count now 2-0.
Ball 3.
Chisholm at third. Adele over at second. Soto at first. 2 out of the inning, and now 3-1. That crosses the plate, and now they're just 1 strike away from getting out of this mess. On the ground. Hodges takes it himself out to escape. Set for the bottom of the third, and now the center fielder, Carlos Beltran. Swing and a ground ball. Sends it to first. 1 gone, bottom of the third inning. Now it's the right fielder, James Wood. He's 0 for 1. That one ripped right center field. This looks like extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Waste no time there. Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You want good balance, barrel directly to the baseball, and good long extension after contact out in front of home plate. Man, there are a lot of doubles in a swing like that.
And he handles it himself for the out. Here's the left fielder, Ted Williams. That one the other way. Abrams tosses across to first. Inning over. Back here in Denver, there's C.J. Abrams now. Just missed.
Well, these players doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Inside corner for a strike. It's 2-2. Ground ball right side. Steps on first for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
High in the air, out to right. Wood makes the grab, and a couple of quick outs. Now the left fielder, Evan Carter. Right through there for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
That's
Inside just missed. This one lifted in the air, left field. Williams pulls it down, and that's the third. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the first baseman, Gil Hodges. And that one wrapped foul. That one ripped. Adele on the run. Makes the catch, and there's one gone. Juan Soto now reached on an infield single his first time.
Soto.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1's the
One
count.
out, base is empty. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And he makes the catch. And there's two away. Now it's the second baseman, Bobby Grich. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a high fly ball. Well struck. That one's carrying. Gone! That ball was crushed. A soaring shot to center. And they add on. It's 2-0. Here's the catcher to hit, Carlos Santana. Hard hit left side. Whips it to first. And that is that. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. And now here is Salvador Perez. On the ground to third. Zips it to first. And they get Perez for the out. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. 0 for 2 in this one.
Jazz Chisholm Jr.
First pitch, and he just misses.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
That's off the mark, and a count 2-1. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth. This one popped up. Jones snags it, and there's 2 down. And here is Devers.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
There's a strike.
1-1.
Now, this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
And that's in the dirt. Swing and a miss, struck him out. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Scott Rowland. That's out to center field. Adele on the move. 1 down. So the lineup flips over. Here's the center fielder, Carlos Beltran. And right back to the mound. On to first, and there are 2 outs.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
On the ground, right side. And that's just foul. Swing and a line drive and a base hit out into left center field. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Out to short. Abrams gets it to first, and they get the out on Jones. Third out, and that ends the frame. Back here at Coors Field, top six. And now the center fielder, Jo Adell. That's outside, and that's ball one. Adell goes 6 feet 3 inches, 25 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2017. Zips it across, and a quick out, number one. So here's the cleanup hitter, Juan Soto.
Oh, Boog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
There's a strike. That one is absolutely belted. Williams going back onto the track, and he makes the catch. And now the first baseman, Richie Sexson. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. And they're on the scoreboard. It's 2-1. C.J. Abrams, the next to hit. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Andrew Miller.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
The other way, makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Well, one-run game. Here's the left fielder, Ted Williams. Skubal back to work. Lifted in the air down the left side. Arenado puts it away, and there's one down. Gil Hodges getting ready to hit. Swung on, belted. Puts it away for the out. 2 down. So now the DH spot, Juan Soto, 1 for 2. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Next pitch, not close, up high. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And down on strikes he goes. Back here in Denver, top of inning number 7. Here's Nolan Arenado. And that drops in for a strike. Misses inside. Ball and a strike to Arenado. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Puts it in the air out towards left center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. Now the left fielder, Evan Carter. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Pitch misses, and a count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
Rolled slowly to first. Throws to first in time. There to beat him by an eyelash. Salvador Perez will hit next. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And that clips the inside corner.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And a swing and a miss. And good work there. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 7th. And now Bobby Grich. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Adele on the run. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Safe at second with a leadoff double. Runner and score. Scoring position, no outs. Santana now at the plate.
Serenity Dominguez.
Squirts away a little bit. Man at second. Right side, Sexton. Takes it himself and one away in the bottom of the seventh. At the plate, Scott Rowland. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he could. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. C.J. Abrams.
Man, it must be nice to pull a superstar off your bench, huh? In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
And a base hit knocks in a run.
Everything came together for him. There was nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, caught out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked,
Runner,
but
yes,
definitely.
yes.
Runner on the go. Foul ball there. Abrams leads off first with one away. And that one upstairs, ball one.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Swing and a high fly ball, deep left field. That's back there. And that one's gone into the bleachers. That's worth the price of admission. And they add to their lead. It's 5-1. One down. And here is James Wood. And he hits a ground ball right side. And he can't come up with it. And he's out on the tag.
He's out.
2 outs, base is empty. Now here is Chipper Jones. Slider right there.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Dives and he can't hang on. No throw, and the defense comes away with nothing. So 2 down, and next will be the cleanup hitter, Ted Williams. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. That's a hit. Coming home. He'll score easily. Soto gets it back in quickly, and that keeps him from advancing past second.
Picks himself up an RBI, double into the gap, and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. He just beat him to the spot, kept his hands tight inside that baseball, and that just allowed him to drive it into the...
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the 3rd out, and we'll end the inning. We go to the 8th. Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
Misses outside, and the count 1-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Devers now. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And Devers is set down. 2 down, base is empty. Here's Joe Adele.
Deceptive slider right there, stayed in the tunnel.
Emmanuel Clase on the pitch here.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Yes, he did. That's a swing according to Eric Summerskill. Chases in the dirt, slider there. Santana collects, fires to first. And it's in. And now the DH, Juan Soto, 1 for 3. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
Well, these guys, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Up the middle. Abrams tosses to first. They get the out on Soto. And now Bobby Grich. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a miss, blew it by him at 99.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
And they'll do it again. Off the mark there. Now 1-2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Arenado to first in time. 2 up, 2 down. And now the switch hitting catcher, Carlos Santana. That's towards center. Adele moves under it. And that will end the inning. Back here at Coors Field, all set to start the 9th in this one. And now the right fielder, Juan Soto. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Clase, a 6'2 righty. He throws a cutter, a slider, and he works in a sinker. That misses. Going to count 1-2. On the ground, right side. He steps on the bag. 1 up, 1 down. And here's the first baseman, Richie Sexson. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. It's 0-1. And that's in for a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the top of the 9th. Swings and misses. And they're down to their last out. And now the shortstop, C.J. Abrams. 0 for 3 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs.
Ball inside.
Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. And that'll do it. 6-1 is your final here.